Hello, welcome back to the Mr. Arsenal podcast. I sort the cameras out and all that jazz. Oh dear. Yeah, we are back and we are live just as the girls are coming up for the last WSL game for Arsenal of the year before the Christmas winter break that they're taking until the 15th of January next year when we play Chelsea at home. Team lineups are pretty much the same, literally apart from Williamson is now on the bench and Raphael is on instead of her. There's basically interchange 45 minutes each, basically to ease themselves back in. Katie McCabe's got the armband for the time being. Yeah, apart from that, it's the same old. Stina starting and all that jazz. We're going to get teams up now. Do bear with me one sec. If you want to get your score predictions in the chat, feel free. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Completely free. Smash that like button as well. Does massively help the algorithm for YouTube and all that jazz. And yeah, I'm going to go with Arsenal away. Arsenal are away, but I am going to go for a comfortable win today. I'm going to go for at least Arsenal 4, Villa 0. At the very least, a bare minimum. It's whilst I get the team lineups up. Rachel Daly is the striker for Villa, which is bizarre considering for a country plays fullback. But hey, what do I know? That doesn't help the women's game out at all. By the way, Aston Villa completely dumbfounded, completely screwed up the what we're trying to help build basically in terms of women's game and all that. Oh, you played fullback all your career. You've just won a Euros as a fullback, one of the best fullbacks in the competition. We want you, but as a striker. You've never played striker before, but we want you as a striker because of the experience. It really doesn't help. That irks me. It does irk me a bit. Yeah, Manon, Vorti, Miedemar playing in the 10 role. Why did I 4-3-3 fucking formation on Sky? I don't know, but they're idiots. Stino's blessing is if you're new to the channel, prepare yourselves. I'm not the biggest Blackstinius fan this season. She is so aggravating to watch. She is literally, from an Arsenal point of view, she is what Giroud was when he was at Arsenal. He needed, in the sense of, he needed 4 to 5 chances before he would score 9 times out of 10. Stina is no different, if not she's pretty fucking worse. In that sense, it does hurt my head how she can go through this form of pretty much play as poor as she has been. Doesn't really contribute to the goals per se 9 times out of 10, but no matter what, she'll always play no matter what. It irks me, but yeah, it is what it is. We're in our pink. Girls are wearing the pink third kit, Arsenal third kit. Sorry, try to get mixed up the two kits mixed up, the black and the pink one. Oh dear, here we go. Yeah, Zinsberger, Melitz, Ruben Moy, Raphael, Katie, Wolsey, Madam as a pivot, Miedemar in the Bergkamp cam role. Even though I think she's more effective as a striker, but hey, what do I know? I'm not your ass apparently. Kate McCabe down on the right hand side of where Beth would be normally, and we are underway. Kate and Ford on the left, and Blessing is down the middle. Put the match up, please. Oh, behave yourself. If you know the YouTube rules, you know that ain't gonna happen. You know, you're dating when they were 15, superior to Michael's my ass. Got a point actually if you think about it. Yeah, looking at the scoreboard up. Do better with me, guys. We did beat Villa. We did beat Villa at Villa Park this time last year. 4-0. Kate McCabe with an absolute peach of a goal as well on the volley from like 40 yards out as well. Oh, put the sound on a sec. Do bear with me though. There we go. There. And relax. That's Tom. That was completely random, by the way. Talking about bloody bringing Harry Potter up straight from the off. It's just a doing impression, this woman. What is her deal? What does she offer us? Let's be honest. In terms of this, again, we're 2 minutes in, and I'm already like, can't stand her. But yeah, let's be honest. What has Stina Blackstenius offered us since he signed to us? Let's be honest. That Vivian weren't going to offer us as a striker. That Vivian hasn't offered us as a striker once he's been put as a striker when Stina goes off. That's my fucking head in. It's a waste of wages, if you ask me, but Jonas has his plan and he's building his team, and she's part of it, sadly. It might sound harsh, but I've got to say how I feel. I can't just be like, oh, fantastic, yeah. Watching the Euros it was just like amazing. Well, put an Arsenal shirt on her in the Euros. It was that annoying. I don't get. Yeah, there's another thing I've talked about. Obviously, but he never gets dropped. Victoria Weitbauer. Oh, right. Yeah, right back. Been playing brilliantly, actually, this season. Especially in the last few weeks. Brilliantly. No qualms, no nothing. Got nothing to complain about with her. She's been, in terms of defensive duties and offensive, also on the goal as well against United. Can't fault her. Yet Jonas has dropped her today. For Maritz. He brought Maritz back in as the right back and dropped her and dropped the other one to the bench. I'm like, but Blackstenius, it actually even more because Blackstenius is continuously. She'll never get dropped. She never gets dropped. Iwabuchi is suffering on the bench. Who again would offer us a lot more if she played where Vivian is and Vivian played a striker. It'd be a lot more effective. We saw it back in the first half of the season. How predominantly we were scoring non-stop. We were a different animal attacking wise. We had a potent, we had threat from here, there, and everywhere. Come on, Vivian. Oh, good save from the goalkeeper in the end. That says it all. Vivian had the option to pass it to Blackstenius and went, no, I'm going to take up my own lane because I'd rather do that. I'd rather take the chance than you. Zane Blackstenius touches poor at times. You say at times, I think you're being polite, you say at times. 9 times out of 10, first touch and touch in general, it's appalling. It doesn't seem to get better, but apart from occasionally it's subbed off once in a blue moon, she never gets dropped. Once she became part of the starting 11, when she joined, once she was eventually made a starter, there's no consequence. She's never been dropped. There's no consequence to her form. There's other players that are in better form, like a fullback, who's been dropped today for no reason whatsoever, apart from maybe rotation. But there's no. This is the last. Apart from after this game, there's not a WSL game until January 15th. We've got 2 more games after this. Lyon on midweek and on Thursday night, by the way, and Zurich, away, and then we're done until January 15th. So it's not like we've got a load of games coming our way and we need to rotate players around and all that. So I've done better there, Madam. Here we go, a bit on the attack. 1-0 Villa. And guess where it came from? The right-hand side where Weitbauer would be. Weitbauer would be there, would have covered. Maritz is about 4 or 5 yards away from the attacker, the player. and completely just has no point makes the attempt to go in there and get stuck in and make the tackle and cancel that threat out. Leaves Zinsberg and the rest of the team are completely exposed. Shit, the Villa plays a shot, bang, 1-0. And people wonder why I have issues with Jonas as a manager overall. His long-term future at this club since the back end of last season. I'm sick of it. I am sick of it. What? We are 6 minutes in and we're 1-0 down to Aston Villa, who got pumped, by the way. Pumped 5-0 last week against United. 6 minutes in against us, and because for whatever reason, he takes our first choice right fullback out for a bit more experience, but not as good as a right back. We've suffered for that straight from the off because it's come from that side. Because he doesn't go in and make the challenge. It cancels that out. It stops that from happening. Fuck's sake, so now we're chasing the game, I think. And Blackskin is pissing me off already. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, even more. He's out on the wing. He's our striker, by the way. He's out on the wing as he hits it against the defender. Katie! Oh, yeah. Fuck's sake, woman. All because fucking thing about this can't cross a ball properly to save her life. Can't aim at no one. Can't put the match up. If I could put the match up, I would. But you're on the YouTube channel. You know the YouTube rules. We can't. We do that. The channel gets taken down completely. The string gets taken down, and the channel gets taken down. I lose my channel. Blackstinius' career goals is 152 and 206 games, 73.79%. I love a Leeds player to have a near 3 and 4 strike rate. You can have whatever you want. Sophie, where do I watch it on YouTube? You don't watch it on YouTube. You can watch it on, obviously, Sky Sports if you've got that. I believe the FA Player. Don't hold me to that. There might just be audio actually on the FA Player. Other than that, you just got to look around, so we say. It's not necessary that we are playing like this. No, I know. Again, I know we've got Kim out, which is frustrating, by the way, because you can only listen on the FA Player. I won't, which is bizarre considering. But anyway, it is what it is. So unless you've got Sky, you're gonna have to look online. Basically, sorry guys for that one. I know we've got Kim Little out. It's frustrating that we haven't been told how long she's out for, but it must be bad because they're not telling us how long she's out for. Beth's out for the season. We're playing Kate again. We're playing Kate McCabe in a position that's not natural to her. We're constantly playing a striker that can't score for love the money for Arsenal. He literally needs like 4 to 5 chances to score. Go on, shoot! Oh, Kate afforded a chance there to get us back in early, but nope. High and wide and not at all answer. There's better options on the bench. Or one of the better options we have on the bench is our first choice. Our first choice right back is on the bench for our second choice, and our second choice has made the mistake, didn't close down the attack, and allowed the Villa player to have the shot off and score to put us in this position. You're honest in terms of, I think, tactically. Since the second half of last season, going into this season now, tactically he's basically like Southgate. He's too negative in his approach. He doesn't buy the right players to fit he doesn't bring in clearly with Blackstinius. He doesn't buy the right players to suit the style of play that he wants to play. But it does my head in. It irks me like you wouldn't believe. And the thing is, Arsenal, when it comes to the women's team, we don't really be enough our managers when it comes to the women's team. By the way, we don't be enough to manage part way for the season. We give them no matter what, we're giving the season, and we've been them off at the end basically. Or is it coming to the end? They make an announcement they're leaving and whatever. We never actually make the call ourselves. It's always a given this no matter what. End of season, then they go, we get someone else in. Unless they get tapped up by someone else, and they move them on themselves throughout the season. I was skeptical when we announced him because I'll be honest, I never heard of Jonas, but started off well, got to a cup final, I know we had no Leah Williamson, we hadn't even bought Raphael in and all that, but he just didn't show up on the day. I was there, I was just saying, freezing my knackers off with my cousin. And just didn't show. And from now on in, it's just slowly and gradually we've become, in terms of playing style, like this, and it irks me, absolutely irks the life out of me, because we don't have to. We shouldn't have to play like this. The players we have. Look how we were playing back start of last season and prior under Joe. But hey, what do I know? And for me, at the time when Joe left, before they announced on us, I listed 3 managers or coaches that we could have gone after, that would have taken us to a level where Emma Hayes would have been bricking it, basically. She would have been bricking it if we'd gone and got one of the 3 options I was thinking about. But no, we let them both. We let all 3 options. We didn't. I don't think we approached, and they've all gone off to the States, and they're absolutely killing it. But hey, it is what it is. It doesn't. CD working on watch. You can watch it on Sky Sports. My friend, Sky Sports main event, Premier League, or Sky Sports Football. Or you can find it online on other streaming sites. But depending where you are in the world, obviously, that's how you find it, my friend. Run, come on, go. Take your time. Why pass to someone's offside? Seriously, man, fucking hell. What? Going back to Jonas as well and Arsenal, about this summer that's gone. What really irked me, I said after Arsenal played West Ham last game of last season, I said what we had to do in terms of keeping Vivian or not. We need to go and get Ella 2. For me, if we gone and got Ella 2 and still get Vivian, what an attack that would be. Better attacking what we've got with Plastinius, but hey, what do I know? And we needed to, and anyone we do let go, we need to replace, basically. Replace the goalkeeper, fair enough. Lydia Williams went back to Australia. We brought in an American goalkeeper for number 2. But we let go like 5 players and didn't replace any of them. We brought this goalkeeper in, just mentioned, and we brought in a 19-year-old player from Barcelona who straight away we loaned out to fucking Everton, of all clubs in the WSL. We sat back so and we're so how can I put it, lackluster. We had the advantage. What the fuck? We were so lackluster in the transfer market. We weren't aggressive at all. We did next to nothing. He can go, oh, I wanted this player. We'll be more aggressive. You ask it, you demand it. But no, it doesn't do that. And now we're in a position now. We've lost Beth, as I say. We don't know how long Kim's out for. We don't, the fans. We're just getting back Leah and Raphael. And then we've got a manager fucking dropping our first choice in form fullback. for Vorty. Like, not Vorty, Maritz. It's absolutely mental. Got a free kick here, even though we could have had an advantage if the ref allowed it to play on. We had the ball still in an more attacking position, but okay. Kate McCabe's going to take it though. Kate McCabe. Oh, a couple inches lower. That's 1-1. Ah, yeah, bastard. I mean, look at. Obviously, I keep going back to that comment that's made about how we play. The players we have, we shouldn't be playing this conservative and passive. I mean, look. We've gone from knocking one of the meanest defences in the league to looking foul and like we're going to concede every time someone attacks us, no matter who we play. But more so in the WSL, that is. I mean, today if we hadn't conceded that goal now, we'd got to come out of the game with a clean sheet. That would have been our 200th WSL clean sheet. But because of Jonas and his infinite wisdom, that ain't the case now. We've got to wait until the new year at some point to do that now. Macy's in the chat says, I don't understand why Leah's on the bench, to be honest. I guess she just got back from injury, but she could at least started. Again, it's a Jonas thing. I mean, yes, we lost Leah and Raphael at pretty much at the same time for 9 weeks. He wants to ease them back in, but it's again, they've been back for a couple of weeks now, respectively. They both could have started today. This is the last WSL game until January 15th now. After tonight, after this game this afternoon, / evening, we've got Leon on Thursday and who fucking forgetting the fucking Zurich, the women's team for Zurich. We've got them the following week, and then we're done until in terms of football in general for women, until December 15th when we play Chelsea. So I kind of get what you're saying there. It's frustrating, and it's another thing that you have to throw at Jonas and say, what the hell are you playing at? Again, like I've been saying for the last 15, 20 minutes since we conceded, it's like, how many things have I mentioned that evolve around him, that he's the decision maker, and 9 times out of 10, the amount of decisions I've been talking about they've all backfired on us. I mean, United today, they played Manchester City in the Manchester Derby at the Etihad. They drew 1-1. They dropped points. It's a big opportunity for us to get back into at least second and get a stranglehold on that. And look what's happening. And you got Tom talking about bloody Harry Potter and Jesus Christ. Oh dear. But yeah, I got with Macy. Yeah, I got to agree. Why is Lee on the bench and Raphael? Why can't they play together now? They've been back enough for 5-6 games now. They could have started today together. And then after the game you assess things for Thursday. But today you can play them against Villa. You can afford to play them together. But then he's again not just that. He should not have played Maritz at right back. Started at right back. She should have been on the bench. Our first choice right back should have started today. And because of that, that's a part of the reason why we can see, because he didn't do that. And Maritz just didn't want to defend. 4 or 5 yards standing off the player that scored the goal. At no point goes in and tries to challenge and stop, close down the option of having a shot. So the player's like, okay, I've got a chance, had the shot, 1-0. And it was the same before. Vivian had a chance. I think it was at nil. I think it was just after we went 1-0 down. Vivian had a chance running through. She could have passed it to Stina Blackstenius, but she knew if I pass it to her, it's definitely not going in anyway. So I'm going to have a shot myself. I mean, look at where Stina is. She's not even in the fucking box properly. And that's something that aren't a bad team, especially with Daly. And like you said, man, you drop points, so great chance for us. And there is a Chelsea game later. Yeah, Chelsea playing Reading later. Even though Reading did beat them last year at Reading, and Reading are hosting. I know it's Chelsea hosting today. But I know. Oh, Chelsea are walking. I mean, what was it last week? Chelsea won. They went to Leicester and thumped them 8-0. Hey, what do I know? If we ain't careful, if we don't win today, and the thing is, our next league game, as I keep saying it, our next league game is December 15th against Chelsea. If we don't win today, they could walk away with this title race this year. They won't get the way the things are going. They ain't gonna get pushed at all, like they have been last year. And that's just going to up Emma Hastings' ego even more, because that'd be 4 titles in a row, never been done during the WSL history or prior to it being established as a WSL. Never been done. And our egos just go from one extreme to another, and there'll be no going back. What do you want? Bear me a second, because I'm cooking as well, so I'll just disappear just for 2 seconds. You can still hear me. I was still talking. I can still see the game and all that. But yeah. Go away. Thanks. Oh, we've got a pen. Oh, here we go. Back now. Ooh, hello. Hope the ones that have been active in the chat disappeared because I disappeared. Here we go. One sec. Have a look. Oh, what a goal. Okay, oi, oi, oi. And got to get us back in the game. Good build up, like, don't get me wrong. Ironically, the scene of Black Sneers wasn't involved. And we scored. We got the Villa captain has more of a contribution against our own team than Blackstenius. I'm sorry to say again, I'm not the biggest fan. She does wind me up massively. But we've got a lifeline now. We're back in the game, 1-1. Let's not mess about now and fuck up again. An actual course with the own goal. And yeah, what you're saying about before I disappeared about Villa being Villa aren't a bad team. We've got, like I say, you've got mentioned Rachel Daly, but she's playing striker. I don't get why she's playing striker when she's had her career as a fullback / defender. So Villa bringing her in and going, you're a striker type. Seriously, but either way, he's still got the experience of Rachel Daly anyway, and a winning mentality because he's won something as well with England as well recently. But we shouldn't, with all due respect to what was I saying, all that, with all due respect, we shouldn't be struggling against Aston Villa, home or away. Another free kick here. There have to be a whipped in one though. That's what we're coming out again. Sorry, one sec. Here we go. We've got Manham and Steph standing over this. I think Steph will whip this in the looks of it. Oh no, maybe not. Here comes Manham with a whip in. Have a shot. Unlucky, Viv, unlucky. Almost worked. Almost. Just out of interest, whilst I'm waiting for like Macy on the way to say anything, have a chat back and all that. Tom, why are you talking about Harry Potter in an Arsenal stream randomly, just from the get go as well? Come on, we've got to score from these set pieces. We've got a corner in now. Another thing, last season we were fucking shit hot at set pieces. Go on. Unlucky Lottie again, another corner, I think, yeah. Almost went, Lottie has a shot, it was got on target and got a block off, but the defender got boom. What do I do, do you think? I mean, you're a Leeds fan, but still. But yeah, set pieces, not 9 times have I got a good chunk of our goals, especially at the start of last season, were coming from set pieces, i.e. corners. Go on. Yes! Come on! Vivian in full Vivian with a goal again. 2-1 up from 1-0 down. There we go. That's more like it. Again, she made it look effortless as well because the ball just comes down to her. She just goes, I'm going to throw a limb out. Just hits the shot as it comes out. Straight in the goal, past like backs of the defenders in the way as well. That's more like it. Come on. Is it me as well? What's it? Pardon me. Is it me or does Vivian look more happier at Arsenal this season compared to last season? You can put that down to obviously a relationship with Beth. Maybe that's helped her mindset and being more happy in herself. Obviously, there's a few other things that be off that we know off the pitch that we know about now, that she spoke about recently, with her mental health and how she's felt about the game recently. That's just in a general demeanour in and around the club. just looks and feels a bit more. Obviously wants to be his, but this last season, especially for the start of the last season, it just felt like I don't know. Like she had a mind elsewhere. I think she feels more set. Obviously, I don't know how long the contract's for. Right, never like the deals are that never released, but she just feels more at ease now. Like she knows where she's planning to trade and all that. That makes sense. So that's the case. That would suggest to me that it's more than just a year a rolling contract situation. Maybe it's a 2-year contract she's got. But she's massively again. I know we've got injuries at the moment. I know that, but her goals this season have been huge. They've been huge goals. I mean, look at midweek against Juventus. If she doesn't score, we draw 0-0 there. Captain Obvious, Mark Owen. Well done, Ryan. But my point is still valid though. She's scoring. She's gone back from how she was prior to Joe arriving last season in terms of the goals she's scoring goals, but they're important goals as well, match winners and things like that. Oh dear! Free kick Villa, straight down to Zinsberger's throat. Fantastic. I do like the goalie. I do like. I've got to say, the no matter what the colour is, the goalie gets for the obviously Zinsberger, Ramsdale, at Turner and all that, and basically the goal kits the goal kits they wear, the patterning and all that. I do like it actually. Made that. It does do some smashing kits for us actually. Not like Puma, it's glary and tight to your fucking skin either. Oh dear, Mace, are you still in the chat? Out of interest, are you still there? You don't mind me asking. Oh dear. In one sense, I'll touch on last night's result with England. It's sort of a relief in one sense that England did get knocked out. As much as it pains us, I wanted England to win and all that, to win the World Cup. Even though I don't believe they would under Southgate, but I wanted it. Staying offside as always. Yeah, of course, yeah. It now helps me focus getting back to my Arsenal content on this channel now. I don't have to cover the world. Well, didn't have to, but because we had all this Saka and all that, may as well cover the England games and all that, the old games here, the old neutral games here and there. But now with the last 4 and all that, it's like Saliba's not playing either, so it's like I don't have to unless he plays. So I don't have to really cover them until the semis and the final and all that. I don't want to. I don't feel it. I can solely concentrate now. Today's game, Thursday night's game, also the Thursday, before the Thursday night game, we'll be coming on the channel as well. Got a special Arsenal related podcast coming. Great guest as well. Again, when you guys find out, because of the announcement, community post, keep an eye out. If you do subscribe, keep an eye out for the community posts on Thursday from 7:30 a.m. in the morning, UK time. I will be announcing who the special guest is for Thursday and what time the podcast is happening and all them details basically. But what the important detail of who the guest is. It gives you guys plenty of time then to get your questions in for that as well. But it's Arsenal related. I think that's my Arsenal content again. Because first, I've been saying it throughout doing the World Cup watch-alongs and podcasts with James Rowe. And we do like the preview. We did the preview and we did the halfway point show the other day. First and foremost, this is an Arsenal channel, so I'm always going to cover the Arsenal men and women's teams. and do another Arsenal related content, i.e. the podcast and other bits and pieces that are Arsenal related. That's always going to be the forefront of this channel. Oh, defend, please, defend. Rachel Daly, good keeping. Well done, thank God. On time. Another 10 minutes and I'll start serving dinner. Oh, go on. Also, half during the stream, by the way. So do spread the word. I will be announcing before I end this stream the winners of the giveaways. So the two signed book giveaways that I'm doing on the channel. Before the stream ends, I will be doing that. I will be announcing the two winners of that, respectively. Oh, who's been booked? Turner's been booked for Villa. Is it a booking? I don't. It's a foul. It wasn't a booking. I won't say it was a booking. I think that's harsh on Danielle. Let's see. Do this set piece. We've got Manham and against Steph standing over. I say Steph takes this one from the angle and side. We'll take. Yeah, go on. Oh, Stina gets ahead to it, but it was on target. Fair play to her. Yes, he was on target for once. But good goalkeeping, actually. Stayed alert and followed the ball and caught it. And you expect your goalkeeper to say that it would have been poor if it would have been poor to be the goalkeeper that had gone in. But no, I say my bit about Stina from a negative point of view. I've got to say that was a good header. She did work the space and get the head off. Could have been better, but it's on target. So positives. We are starting slowly to take control of this game now. As the half goes on, slowly. Caitlin Ford on the attack down the left. Come on, someone help her. Kate McCabe. Steph. Oh, good. Unlucky. Ready? Come on. You better go on. Oh, we might have been offside though. If there's VAR that had gone in, I'd been Caitlin Ford would have been just offside, I say that. Damn. Oh, yeah. That's it, just come over Kate McCabe, yes, just come over. Yeah, literally hold her down. I don't know what's having an laugh at. Oh, you're not going anywhere, Make yourself. It is mad how versatile Kate McCabe is, by the way. She's nowadays, you don't really know. It's basically a fullback. Basically plays right back, left back, fucking right wing, left wing. It's or even midfielder sometimes as well. Bizarrely, wherever she's asked to play, she'll play. She doesn't have no qualms, and she puts a shift in. Sometimes it won't work. Sometimes it can. Majority of the time it does. Really? Not good at a throw in. Fucking hell. Behave yourself. I would have been wearing. I'll be honest. I would have wore the match day shirt that they're wearing today, but it's freezing. So sorry. I'm sorry. That's on me. But yeah, it was too cold. I will wear the match day shirts from now on, though, for the Arsenal Watchalong men's and women's. whatever one they're wearing out the three. Oh dear. Oh dear. Go on. God, please be on side Steiner for once. Oh, why you got no pace, girl? Oh. Is it? Oh, okay. I'll update you on that. I did wake for the last couple of mornings. Sorry, we wake up. There's been frost. And it's especially today. It's freezing. It's that cold, Tom, in London, as you know. Especially where I am. Fucking anywhere there's a little for your fences, like bits, like corner bits, like bit to bit. There's like in weird webby, snowy ice things on the fucking gates and all that, or chairs or fences. Even at the front window this morning up in my room, it's weird today. So I wouldn't be surprised in one sense. It's cold enough. I don't think obviously it'll snow, but it won't settle. It's just be black ice. There's Victoria Patton. Anna Patton, sorry. Inevitable. Oh, yeah, she's on loan, so she can't play anyway. She couldn't play if she wanted to on loan. Well, that's how bad your luck is. But 3 ACLs they've got. Fucking, they were saying what was it when Beth? I think it was Tom mentioned it as well. What happened to Beth about the ACL? That is actually it's become a predominant thing recently in women's game. It needs to be looked into. I've seen that 3. That's how bad your luck is. You've got 3 of the players out for the ACL. That's 3 of the players out for the season. I complained about Beth Mead and the been out for the season of ACL. That's 3 of their players. For starters as well. Schweinsteiger. That's got to be looked into. Yeah, that genuinely has actually got to be looked into. How that can be like so predominant. And again, it does happen in the men's game, don't get me wrong, but not that level. Especially for example in the Premier League. If it happens to a player in the season, it 9 times out of 10, it'll only happen to them. You don't get 3 or 4 players from different clubs, or having the same injury, an ACL injury. And it's hard to come back from as well, as Hector Bellerin of Holding found out. To the point where Uphold is now a squad player, but he's had to be it, obviously. But what pace he did have from that, he didn't have a lot of time. He ain't got any more, but he's happy to be a squad player. Hector Bellerin, the pace he actually did have is gone, just went. Because of the ACL injury and having to have that surgery. And that's where I fear for lots of Beth and all that, and the 3 players that have flagged up there for Villa. Any of them got any pace to them, like Beth has, it's a big part of their game. Are they going to have that again? Or are they going to lose it because of the surgery they have to have? And how long they've got to be out for, and recovering, body of the age, obviously. But the recovery time and all that. 2 minutes injury time, by the way. No stupid 20 years. Oh, there we go. Katie just went for the shot straight to the bell to help the defender. And yeah. I wouldn't mind if it snowed actually. I genuinely wouldn't mind if it did snow. Obviously, it won't settle. It will be black ice. You've got to be careful, obviously. So if you do, I'll go out tomorrow. Depending where you live in London, obviously, because there are strikes as well. Royal Mail got transport strikes. I think the NHS due any time now. That's in terms of their strikes as well. So, but in terms of transport-wise, you've got to go and make sure you actually can get, make sure your buses are actually running or trains respectively, or both. You know what, Raphael, what we've seen so far in his first half, she ain't stepped a foot wrong so far. When you consider the injuries, don't really put the pressure on her either. Considering the injuries she had. Merlin, come on, don't go there. Down, good boy. I'm not losing my mind, by the way. If anyone new to the channel, I'm not lost my mind. Got a dog and all that, so, well, dogs, but one's here. Go on, Viv, go on. Before the whistle, last track of the half. Pass it to Katie. Oh, for God's sake. And it's half time. There we go. 2-1. Wasn't 1-0 down. A bit of a bumpy start, so we say. We put it nicely. A bit of a bumpy start. Going 1-0 down where we did, and then out of nowhere, create something. Then goal happens from the Villa captain. Then come up in a second. It did cross the line. The ball did cross the line. No matter what they say, the ball did cross the line. They tried to hook it off. It didn't get there. The ref and then the fourth official saw it cross the line. So goal was given. That's 7 to 10 minutes later. Viv scores an absolute beauty of a volley in the box from coming out from the Villa defending the corner. And it just fell to us, hit on the volley, bang, 2-1. And as I say, since then, we've slowly and gradually just worked our way to control the game now. But right, just bear with me. I'm now about to serve dinner up, so I'm just going to put the camera off. I'll be back in 5. Go get some more cup of tea and all that, and I'll be back to see you soon. Yeah, I'm back again. Sorry about that. Lily is asking, is this showing the football? No, it's YouTube. We can't do that. I apologise. If you want to watch this, you have to find a stream via the internet. If you haven't got Sky yourself, to find the game. This is a Watchalong. Again, YouTube rules and all that. I can't show the game. I do apologise. For anyone, if you are just coming in and asking these questions during half time, I apologise. I was currently on the verge of serving up my own dinner, so I'm literally multitasking. You're back. I'm underway for the second half as well. Woo! Boom. No substitutes by the looks of it, but we need to just get the next goal and kill the game off. Otherwise, the longer it stays 2-1, I think they can get something out of this. And no, not like this season, they probably freaking will. Back in a second, look at the volume on, so I can hear it myself. There we go. Yes, here it is. Right, back in a second, guys. Two ticks. Brendan dinner. Temperature's down. Good. Anyway, yeah. Oh, don't use that. Right. Right. Yeah, Tom's just seen your comment, yeah. And we're back. Yeah, Tom, help me out, please. How many times have I said it since started doing these watch-alongs of the men's and now the women's as well, the last year and a half? Can't show football matches live on fucking YouTube. Otherwise, I'd make a killing. Oh, yeah, got the Sky as well. Sky One. Well, it used to be Sky One, it's now Sky, whatever they call it now. 106, there you go. Oh dear, relax. Even though I've said nothing else to do about myself. Fuck's sake. So I feel bad literally because no one else is. Liam's a nose show. As in, literally, he's been recovering from his hangover all day. And Gary's probably busy with his family. So it's me. I'm on my own. Go on, Kate. Soft, short. On target, bit of soft. And I've got a cat purring away. The Gooner cat, but he's purring away. Oh, yeah. Oh, right. Showcase Aston one, yeah. But for the OGs, the ones that are old enough to remember, it's Sky One. They just call it Showcase, just to rebrand and get a new name. What's different about it now? Bar the name, nothing. Bar the name. Come on, girls, let's get this third. Kill the game off. Kill any hope they have of coming back into this again. Oh, and Kate gives it away, of course it does, because no one's getting fucking open. Sake. Oh, Labour's down. David Luiz is now X. He's holding a hamstring, which ain't good. Oh dear. Anyway, Tom, might as well ask while the games just take a bit of a break here and not have a chance to probably chat back and forth with you so far today. How are you feeling after last night? And also, have you seen the hypocrisy within the England fans? When I say hypocrisy, I mean obviously what happened last year, and also what happened again last night to certain players, even though it again wasn't their fault. Yet the white Englishman, he's the reason we're out in terms of Harry Kane. Oh, don't worry, Harry, we're with you. It's a fucking bottle job, and just tell him that. He spursed it up in an England shirt. But yet fucking Bukayo Saka, arguably best England player on the pitch, best player performance-wise in general last night, is been getting racially abused from the full-time whistle on his own Instagram, getting racially abused. Rashford the same. He comes on and says, "Oh, you missed a free gig. You got the country. Fuck off." But it was at the country down, as you like to put it, you idiots. It's Harry Kane. Harry Class A Kane. Class A in the fucking Tottenham shirt. When it comes to England, oh no. That's a penalty. As I say, Spurs it up in an England shirt. You couldn't put it in. You couldn't have put it. You could have written it basically. But you can't call him out and call him a bottle job on that. Oh no, that's so you got to support him, but you can't support the player that didn't let you down. Or the player gets given 5 minutes, gets a free kick at the end. Like, see, sort of out. Fuck off. The social media companies would go, we can see they've been racist, but I will say that we can't punish them for clear racism. And they just keep doing it and wonder why. People wonder why. Social media companies wonder why they're inundated day in, day out with complaints about their lack of wanting to deal. What's that? Well saved. We're inviting pressure. They didn't need to do that, but they're inundated with day-to-day racial cases against people. But they don't do fuck all. They get criticised and they wonder why. I'm disappointed in the outcome. However, I've seen worse, far worse. To be fair, but both have, let's be honest there. And quite frankly, pathetic England exits, yeah. From what I saw, much of the abuse at Saka was from non-English accounts. Either way, it's not on. My point is, it's not on. Abuse in general is not on. But if you're going to call someone out in terms of calling them out for messing up, for example, bottling it, it's Harry Kane that bottled it last night. He had the opportunity to let us back into the game, put it back in our hands. He spursed it up in an England shirt. Don't abuse him, like attack him, or going and attacking him personally or his family. But yeah, literally, it's. I don't know. It just does my head in sometimes. And occasionally, you get the clubs and other organisations go, we're going to do a weekend blackout, a 72-hour blackout of social media. Right, the likes of Elon Musk and all that, give a crap if you're not using it. They know you're doing a blackout, but it's going to start on a certain time, a certain day, but end 72 hours later. Is he taking that thing out? This is ridiculous now. We spoke about it earlier. Substitution here. Leah Williams is coming on for FEL. This is where getting ridiculous now in terms of we're 4 or 5 games back now, and he's making the same. Like, I'm going to give you 45 to 50 minutes here, and then and vice versa. Every game they mix it up a bit. They both get an equal amount of time. By now, they should be playing together. They shouldn't be doing like swaps. She looks perfectly fine to me. She's not stepped a foot wrong today. There was no reason to there's no reason for both to start, but to do that as well, come on. I'm not having about you, Tom. No. I know. No, I know what you're trying to say. Got me. Not in the dig at you or nothing. You know that. You should know me by now. Well, with Saka, he did. As I say, with Saka, especially last night. Not we talked about last night as an individual. Saka was the best player on the pitch. You can say I'm an Arsenal fan. I might be being, you might call me being biased, but that was the case for me. He was causing the most problems for France, basically defensively. So there's not to single him out on that game is ridiculous, and basically abuse him in general is ridiculous. He shouldn't abuse anyone. He shouldn't be abusing anyone. Full stop. Even in the course of the tournament as well, 5 games that he played at his World Cup. Saka, Jude Bellingham, top 2 top consistent performers for England, in my opinion. Yet they're getting idiots abusing them. Stefan, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're keeping well. Oh dear. Well, I'm waiting for a third goal, so I'm going to go serve myself my dinner up. Serve everyone else's up. They're all eating. I just wait. I need another goal, so I can justify walking away for 5 minutes to serve myself up and eat my own dinner before it goes stone cold. Katie McCabe, there you go. Thank you very much. Get in there. Come on. Well, I'm not captain now. Leah's the captain, technically. But anyway. No, I'm talking about the abuse that Saka and Rashford have been getting online since the full-time whistle. And yet Harry Kane, it's, oh, poor Harry, you're our hero. Even the media are like, you're our hero, Harry. Yet, last summer, racial puns towards Saka, Sancho and Rashford. I'm always nice, Stefan. You should know me by now. I'm always nice. Second in the league. I think we need 3 more goals to go top. Goal difference or aspect together. I don't know. Because we conceded, that's what we need. If it was 3-0, we need 2 more. I changed it, yeah. There we go. Now I can set my dinner up, yay. So bear with me. I'm going to keep the camera on for this. My mic on as well, so that anything happens, you'll hear me kick off or celebrate, one of the 2. But video on the attack is, I'm going to wait a sec. Catch it. Well done, Zinsberger. Yeah, it's a nice green, by the way. A nice green for the goal kit there. It was you, the shoulder can't give a shit. No, I don't troll. I don't give people abuse. I just say he bottled it and done it in a Spurs, he Spurs up in an England shirt. That's as far as it'll go with me in terms of calling him out for cooking it up last night. He bottled it. He Spurs up in an England shirt. I'm not going to attack him personally or attack his family, unlike others that probably have. Yeah. Probably North London derby is when that side of things. I won't get a moment abused. I'll just be like, He's a diving prick. Da 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 da. He spits when he talks and things like that. That's as far as it'll go with me. Others take it way too far, obviously, as we all know. Blah 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 blah. That's as far as it goes. But the way he scored was amazing, considering he was supposed to be the main striker. That's the thing. I think this is it now. We've got Gareth Southgate coming out in press conferences saying he needs time to think about if he's gonna stay for the next 2 years or not. Me and Gary discussed it with you guys last night. Harry Kane himself, he's 29 going on 30 or whatever. He's now the tail end of his international career. He's got to start thinking about possibly retiring, or if not, taking a more of a squad role in the England setup. And we need to sort of, Southgate here or not, bring in a younger, hungrier striker, a more versatile striker, to be the main figure point ahead of him. Honestly, if Southgate stays, that won't happen. It needs to happen now, so we're ready for not just for the Euros in 2 years' time, but we're ready for the World Cup in 4 years' time. I've given that new striker a tournament in advance in terms of the Euros to get themselves ready for the World Cup. So it's not a complete culture shock as the World Cup comes along. But if Southgate stays, that won't happen. People know my thoughts on Southgate. If he goes, I won't lose no sleep. I don't think he will. I think he's just whining people, teasing people, giving people false hope. Some people false hope, like myself. I do think he needs to go. I do think we need a fresh pair of eyes in the management role at England. He's been there 7, 8 years now. It's time to move on, in my opinion. Stinger calls for it, but Kay passes it and Stinger goes, what? Right, don't go to dinner. Be 2 ticks, guys. Oh, 1 sec. Nope. Right. Dinner time. Yum time. Here we go. It's good. Yes, Sharon's asking. Thanks, Tom, for answering that. Sorry, I was away. Multitasking. Anyone that's new to the channel, multitasking, man, can do it. Even if it means I have to be off camera, we can do it. Technically. Don't get any ideas, you. Talk to the dog. Oh, well, the dog. Anyway, Cheddar's in the chat. Big up Cheddar's as well. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're keeping well. We're on the attack here. Defend, please defend. Good goalkeeping, good clearance. Ish. Getting full covers almost. Can we get rid of it? That'd be fantastic, girls. I've projected the Kane's penalty will land in the Albanian car park next Thursday. Fucking flew past my window yesterday. Now, 1 in the morning that flew past. It's still fucking going. If we wake up, girls, and stop inviting the pressure on, that'd be fantastic. 16 minutes to go past injury time. Just put this team to the sword once and for all, please. I've been meant to. That'd be fantastic. As they say. Oh, go on, Caitlin. Go on, Caitlin. Go on. You've got no support because Stina's not doing her job. Oh, come on, Stina. Oh, for God's sake, woman. Oh, we're not playing rugby. It's this amazing thing where the ball has to go lower beyond, under the bar, where the net is. This is what frustrates me. Again, one of the many things that frustrate me about Stina. She needs how many chances to put the ball in there. So he's literally like the Arsenal wins version of Giroud when Giroud was at Arsenal. How many chances he needed at the time to score a goal? Remember Monaco? Jesus Christ! Monaco at home. How many chances he had in that game? He did. That was shame that Oxlade scored. Sitters, he was missing Giroud. Sitters, like 2 yards out, popping it over the bar. I mean, nowadays everything he touches turns to goal for France. It's in orbit. How on earth did he sky it so much? I have fucking no idea. Oh dear, see some of the comments there. I've got to laugh. Oh no, defend. Easily for Sinsberger, easy save. Hansen with a shot there. I say shot. Well, it was a shot, but it wasn't. It was never going to test Sinsberger. Head of man. We've all been there, Tom. We've all been there. I've been there. I'm live. I've been there when I've been doing lives, mate. I'll go. Can we get a fourth? And just kill. I know it's 3-1 is very unlikely we're going to blow it, but I don't want to be 3-1. It could be 3-2 by the end of the end. If that makes sense. I want us just to kill the game now. But with again, when you look at last year's game, we played Villa this time last year at Villa Park as well. We didn't let pretty much same players. The majority of them are the same players. We don't net up. We fucking went for them and ran the net and went 4-0. And no, after we went 1-0 now, we got back ourselves back in the game, went to got the third, and up to that point we're dictating, we were pushing for the second and third, obviously. And got the third now, just took a foot off the gas now, and Villa getting a bit more of the ball now, and I'm not liking it. If you are new to the channel, guys, do smash that like button and do subscribe. It's massively appreciated. Do share the content around as well on all your social platforms, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or whatever. Even WhatsApp as well, WhatsApp groups, etc. And if you want to become a member, there's two levels of membership: 99p 1 second before. Nope. 99p or £2.99. They'll never go any harder than that ever. All I've got to sort out for the membership side of things is the badges, customize. I'm going to do some custom badges for the channel and emojis as well. But give me time, give me a couple of days on that. That'll be sorted once and for all. But yeah, the offer it's there, and it's a month by month thing. As for you, anyone doesn't know how the membership thing runs, it's a month by month thing, so you can become a member, and if obviously with the cost of living crisis and all that, money will be tight. So if you do need to take a pause and be a member and cancel it for a brief period or whatever, however long, that's totally okay. I totally understand. I'll totally understand that, etc. But yeah, it is an option, and with that will come benefits with being a member as well. Guys in the chat, the regulars, can you please remind me before I wrap things up to announce the winners of the giveaways as well, the 2 individual winners. You'll be on eBay next week. I don't get Again, this is another game where 80 minutes, got 2 minutes to go, sorry. In all 3 goals we scored, Stina's not had Stina Palestinians has not had any involvement in. Yet she's still on the pitch. And it's her start on Thursday against Lyon. What does that tell you about the favouritism of certain players? Bootsy would have been perfect for this. A former club as well. Knows the club inside out. Get her teeth back into the groove of things as well. Could have given her a 20 minute run out, but no. Don't be silly. I'm telling you, I keep saying it every myself. You guys might be bored of me saying it, but it's clearly got a thing against Iwabuchi, even though she is his signing, technically. And she was phenomenal start of last season. Comes back from the Asia Cup, representing her country in the Women's Asia Cup in January. Comes back from that. And since then, don't see her to the level we were seeing the first half of last season. Barely, if you come on these brief periods here, then everywhere. Never starts a game anymore. Or one game. I think it's one game this season she started. That's it. It's just weird. Yeah. I don't get why he's treating them out as bad as he is, but then Stina is treated like royalty by Jonas. Don't get it. Stefan's going to be right back. Yeah, no problem, Stefan, my friend. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Thanks, guys. Fantastic. Yes, gets in there. That Jordan Nobbs as well. Yes, 4-1. Come on. Again, Stina has no involvement in the goal. 4 goals. She has no involvement, no assist, no build-up player whatsoever involving her. And Jordan comes, obviously, she's come on and got the 4th. And obviously, with that 83rd minute, got what? Trying to think now. Possibly 10 minutes, 11, 12, give or take, on injury time, obviously, to go. Need 2 more goals and we go joint top before Chelsea play that one this evening. Yay. This will be 4-0 now, but hey, it is what it is. If only Moritz could have defended her in the game, could this be 4-0? He'd 1 more goal to go top, joint top, technically, for a few hours. Oh, Tom, hey, we have a new member. Thomas bit the bullet. Yay! Well, welcome to the club, Tom. Appreciate it, and yeah, as I say, in terms of the emojis and the custom badges and all that will be sorted in the next 2 or 3 days, my friend. Once that's sorted, obviously you'll get access to using that, and the unique. Oh, you'll be unique. You have access to be able to use that in the chat, the emojis and the custom badges and all that. I didn't realise it would do that. Oh, they're not a problem, mate. It's just literally just. I think it's YouTube's way of basically when people do become members of whatever channel they do. Obviously, not only letting me know. Oh, yeah, talk to Vera Bucci. There we go. Gets 5 minutes. plus injury time here, virtually. I don't like how she's been treated. Again, I like it as a player. She's one of my favourite players in the Arsenal team. Caitlin Ford's going off for virtually. I want to say, coming into the second half of next season, obviously New Year now, when the WSL comes back, I want to see a lot more of her. I'm really upset at how badly she's been treated. But I think it's a way of, as I was saying about the member thing, I think YouTube's way of basically when people do that, but for the ones that are not members see it and they go, I might do it myself, and it's I don't know, it's the YouTube thing. What they're doing there, I don't control how it comes up. But I do appreciate my friend, and I enjoy the membership basically. And as I said, because of costing him, and obviously things are a bit too tough, and you have to come away for a bit. I completely understand, my friend. I don't want any perks. I just think you do a lot of content, and it's like, oh, thank you. I appreciate. Again, that's a lot. Again, you got again. I might be doing the content. One sec. People got held on to that. Otherwise, that'd be 5. And it would eventually got to Stinny's assist, not a goal, an assist, or a striker. But no. Oh yeah, I might be doing coming on and doing these watch-alongs or the podcast and things like that. But without it's like yourself, Stefan, Russ, Sam, and all the other regulars, Mr. Bungle, Troy. I don't know if I'm trying to remember now. Even I think Macy was in here earlier. Without you guys, I'm just sitting here talking to myself every stream basically, or with every guest on talking to guests. It's just us talking to each other, no one here. Might as well have a phone call. So, the point is, you guys make the channel. So, as much as I do, you make the channel as well. So, I appreciate that comment. It means a lot. And long may it continue. As I said, with the World Cup out the way now, I can slowly concentrate now, probably back to the Arsenal content again. But when I say it's a perk, the reason it's a class as a perk in terms of, as I was saying about the badges, the membership badges, and emojis and all that, because only members can. If they're basically members, only members can actually use them. Once I create them, only members can use them basically. So if you ever wanted to, for like Arsenal Leeds, and you want to take the piss, I've got and you want to have a bit of a banter within the chat and all that. There's a bad an emoji or whatever that you can use as part of your back and forth. You can use that, but you can use them basically. It doesn't cost you anything more either. It comes with the membership, whichever with both levels. I mean, doesn't cost you any more to use them. I know what you meant. I know exactly how you meant it. Don't worry. Oh dear. It's always good having. Yeah, exactly. That's it. Well done, Lee. Is that Lee again? This is what I don't get why her and Raphael didn't start together. Well, they've got to take turns basically. Got this far into their match games and all that. Ow. Oh man. The thing is, as well, we are going to Christmas, or we are in a Christmas month, in Christmas festive period, whatever. One sec. Make sure we can defend this first. Oh yeah. What are you doing? 3 minutes injury time. Woo-hoo. I did not know that, but obviously Red Army, from my membership thing of Red Army, is it's obviously Arsenal related. Arsenal home colours are red. One of our chants is Red Army, but it's not meant in a way that in any term or relation to you're not meaning that hooliganism or hooliganism in general. You've also got the man of the match, player of the match, sorry. Funny Snowflakes come after me. Go, he said man of the match, cancel him. I thought I was trying to say Oh dear, but yeah, as I say, with every schools break, people go and work week now because of the festive period, the next week and a half or so. A lot more of the regulars are becoming in a lot more regularly over the festive period. Once Premier League's back underway and all that. Well, this is funny. Cheeky bastard. Really, the majority of the content is Arsenal related. You got even if it isn't Arsenal, it's football related with an Arsenal twist in it, with the quizzes and all that. And if it isn't that, it's just neutral watch-alongs occasionally. And I feel like I wanted to cover the game and then half of you guys over it as well, and a bit of a chat, and a bit of a catch up and all that, without having that emotional investment in the game. And now I don't have to cover the World Cup anymore. Because England got knocked out. Oh dear. There's positives. So the likes of Newman will come back now because I'm not covering World Cup anymore because obviously they're out. There's positives now in terms of the likes of Newman will come. You know, he's still a sub, but you'll see him more regularly back in the chat again like you were before. Type WSL into Google once and it asks you if you want to entire short which sent to your my days. And the full time was just gone for one top. Well, not top, but second in the league because obviously United did drop points earlier today, so we are back to second in the league on goal difference. Yay! Yeah, the World Cup was a pile of shit anyway. Yeah, the standard was crap anyway. Whatever. That's lazy punditry. We're also right back in the title race. We're never out of the title race. And that's again late. We're never not in the title race. We're always in the title race. Even when we lost to United, it was in the title race. But it was just the hurt of losing. Obviously, all three of us on level points. But obviously, they've dropped points, so we've gone at a second. Just because we're third doesn't mean we're at a. It was all level points, pretty much, basically. I mean, Arsenal and United were obviously Chelsea played a game more, so they were 3 points ahead of us. And if they win today, they will go back to being 3 points ahead. But but Arsenal would have a game in hand. We win that game in hand, we're then level on points again. So we're not really at the top until everyone's on a level playing field in terms of games. You can't exactly say we're not in a title race or United aren't until everyone's on a level playing field. Didn't want to win the World Cup anyway. We're not of a Tottenham played in the 9. Oh, imagine we had won the World Cup and it being Kane being the captain and lifting the trophy. Tottenham fans will never let us live that down for the rest of my bloody life. So positives, again, more positives to take out of it. looking forward to the return of the Premier in SPL. Just hope a certain team haven't lost momentum. Well, they won. I think they won yesterday. We were winning at one point against. It's a friendly. They're playing against Leverkusen at Ibrox under the new manager, Bill, whatever his name is. They were winning 2. I don't know what the final score was actually. I don't really care. It's a friendly. Talk of which, need to double check the fixtures this week because I know Arsenal the men's team got a friendly coming up actually, which I'll be covering on the channel. AC Milan. The only reason I didn't cover the Lyon game in the end is because didn't have time basically. I didn't have time to get the thumbnail and everything to put together, and basically just had time to just sit down and watch the game because I have bits and pieces to do basically that day. So it's just bad time because the kickoff itself was just bad timing. If it had kicked off an hour later, wouldn't have been a problem. But yeah, the next Watchalong we'll be doing is on Tuesday for Arsenal versus AC Milan. 2 o'clock kickoff as well. The Dubai Super Cup. No matter what the score is in the 90 minutes, we have a penalty shootout as well. So we'll be here for a bit longer than expected after 90 minutes on Tuesday. So we will be doing a Watchalong for that. I haven't paid for it. I've used my membership points for that, so which I was allowed to do. So they gave me the options. So I used them for both games. Since I was able to watch the Lyon game and penalty shootout and all that, I will be watching obviously because with using my points, I've got to give a code for both games. So as I say, I will be covering and doing a watch-along for the Arsenal versus AC Milan game on Tuesday at 2 o'clock kickoff. So we go live about 15, 20 minutes before kickoff, about 22, something like that, 20 to 2, give or take, get in that time frame. Go for the teams, this, that, and the other, that we always do. Might have someone with me as well, touch wood, because of timing, might be able to get someone on with me. Pardon me, what do I think? Monday, tomorrow, I've got nothing planned. If anything major comes out, Arsenal-related news-wise, obviously we'll be covering it. I might introduce a late night, but a late night stream, but daily, nightly stream. Just going through all the football news of the day and a bit of a back and forth chit chat with you guys and catch up with you guys and all that. So, and depending on how all that goes, it could be about half hour, 40 minutes per show for that. Might start that tomorrow, might not. Either that or Tuesday, one of the two. Wednesday, nothing planned yet, apart from obviously the possible late night show. Trying to think. Bear with me. Wednesday. It's Thursday. Sorry, you've got 2 things from me. You've got the podcast with the special guest, which will be announced 7 a.m. Sorry, on Thursday morning. Who the guest is for the podcast, basically. So you've got plenty of time then to get your questions in. Any questions you want to ask the person, etc. So you'll have that, and then a couple hours later, you've got the Arsenal women playing Lyon at the end, which will be covering that again on the channel. And then I'm trying to think. Then Friday, nothing planned. Just play it by ear, but day by day, and that's apart from the evening show, day by day. All right. Just wanted to make sure I was get the date right for the Arsenal Man game. You've done so much content in the last week, so I wouldn't blame you if you went hard until Boxing Day. Gary's in the chat as well. Big up, Gary. You just missed the game. I don't know. Obviously, you might be watching it your own, but obviously, we're from the point of view from here on the channel. If you didn't watch it, obviously, 1-4-1. Stina McStinius played the entire game, had no involvement in any of the goals whatsoever, but stayed on. No goal, didn't score a goal, didn't get an assist or involved in any of the build-up play, but stayed on for the entire 90 minutes. Vivian scored the second goal for Arsenal. There was the own goal fiasco to get us back into that 1-1. Vivian scored the second, Katie McCabe scored the third, and Jordan Nobbs came on and scored the fourth. Oh dear. apart from that, I ain't missed much. But I think we are second, and they didn't put the tables up on the screen yet. Gone to adverts as well. Fucking, I hate this. There's Ladbrokes. Anyone living in the UK that seen his Ladbrokes advert, it does my freaking head in. The amount of money they've got to pay just to use a clip from fucking Rocky, and then have all these little editing, these little bits in and around. Saw the game on my phone. Happy to see Viv score. Yeah. No, it's a good goal. It's a really, it was actually a really good goal as well. Considered how it was falling as well to where she was standing, how it fell. No, obviously, like I say, I'm an Arsenal channel, so because there's Arsenal stuff to do in terms of got 2 more women's games this year. And they're both Champions League, as I say, got Lyon on Thursday, and then Zurich women's in the away in the final group game the following week. You've got the men's team coming back into but they're doing friendlies against AC Milan in Dubai, and then coming back to the Emirates to do one against Juventus. I think the 19th or 20th. I need to double check that. I think it's the 19th. Let me double check just to make sure. No one can go. Anyone that lives outside of that area though can't go to the game because of fucking strikes. The irony. But they're selling tickets for it. Bloody hell, fucking give me the next Saturday. Oh, there you go. So Saturday we're covered. Yeah, Tuesday. So in terms of the men's side of things, got Arsenal Milan on Tuesday, Arsenal versus Juventus on Saturday. So you're covered for that. Got the women's game against Lyon on Thursday as well. Plus the one-off podcast, special podcast for you guys on Thursday as well before the Watchalong as well. We've got plenty of stuff to keep us going for the rest of this week, and then probably after the Juventus game, building up just before we hit Christmas Eve, or maybe I'm probably thinking around 20th or the 20th, between 20th and 22nd in that time frame, doing a one-off podcast as well for you non-Arsenal fans. Get them on and get a Premier League basically based podcast. And get everyone sort of buzzing again for the return of the Premier League again, going into Christmas and all that, and how they feel about their respective teams, how they feel about Arsenal, and how we feel about them, etc. And have a bit of a laugh along the way, as we always do. So yeah, plenty to do. So yeah, it keeps me busy anyway. Keeps me on my toes. So yeah, I'll see you guys again after today on Tuesday. But before we go, I've got to make the announcements, haven't I? And they're not even here. But for the last 2 months, month and a half, 2 months, I've been running a giveaway on the channel, 2 giveaways technically on the channel, a signed David Dean book and a signed Paul Davis book, respectively, both signed by the men themselves, etc. I've got my own copy. I bought an extra copy to get for the giveaway. Anyway, we've running this giveaway, and plenty of people have actually, quite a few people in the end, more than I was expecting in the end, entered this giveaway. Yesterday I did do the draw. Yesterday, obviously it closed off Friday, 3:00 in the afternoon. I did do the draw yesterday. I forgot to make the announcement yesterday. I was meant to do it during the England-France thing, but got sidetracked with everything that was going on. But I did do the draw off air and all that, so the announcement was going to be made, but we are going to make it now. Well, before I end the stream, I was over the chat quickly. How do you feel about Stars in my head? It's boring. It's actually boring. Seeing one team just walk away, just run away this early on in the season with a title. I'll be more buzzing for the return of the EPL if we wasn't playing Man City. Oh, you got City. You're at home now, aren't you? So it's not be that bad. You'll be at home on Boxing Day, home crowd, the bars and all the atmosphere. Shouldn't be too. I know it's Man City, but being at your home, you've got a chance of causing an upset. If you can, Tom, if your Leeds can do us a favour and get a point against City, I'll never say a bad word against Leeds. I will never say a bad word about Leeds ever again. As long as we do our job as well that night. Stefan saying, getting the City game out of the way, Leeds will be all right. It's not. It's come on. Obviously for the Celtic fans, it probably isn't, because obviously they just want to get up and done and dusted. But for the neutral, for a neutral, it's not exciting just to see one team go bang, boom, done before Christmas. Give me a title now. Oh, is this? Where was this? They've actually got blowers out over at Chelsea's game. It's been snowing over there, is it? It's snowing over there in Kingsmeadow. Currently snowing, but obviously that's it. Oh, sorry about that. Just come through the door and the dog went mental. Anyway. I think it's fair to say they do not suck. I don't think it would matter even if we played at Timbuktu. I think maybe the atmosphere, maybe because it is big, because obviously with the World Cup playing factor in terms of the break and all that, all fans will be up for their respective home games, the first home games back. And had you got City, maybe the fans might be up for it more so, but we'll see about the players. We'll see. I can say never. I can say I've never said a bad word about Arsenal. For now. I don't think it's as cold today as it was yesterday. I went out this, I think about, briefly, like 5 minutes down the road, about 11:30, 11:45 this morning, and my hands, because I was carrying stuff, my hands were like frozen coming through the door and starting to go red. Oh dear. Arsenal still got 2 months until they play City the first time. But this is 2 months. It's not on top of each other back to back ish. And it gives us, it's not straight on the back of the next game after we play Newcastle, Tottenham, and United, respectively, in the league. It's a couple of weeks later down the line. We've got a bit of breathing space after that, their 3 games. But we do, all honesty, all jokes aside, before I announce the winners of the channel giveaways. Of all honesty, Arsenal do have to beat West Ham on Boxing Day. We do have to go to Brighton on New Year's Eve and win that game. We need to win them, but we need to take maximum points from the first 2 games back, because then the following 3, as I've mentioned, Newcastle at home, even though at home it's Newcastle United, of all the teams that we're playing that month, they're the team that's, in terms of coming up, that could cause us problems, home or away, because Eddie Howe's got them ticking over. Unless they get an injury to Gameres or something like that between now and then, we reassess things, or Wilson or whoever, or Almiron, we'll reassess it at the time. But out of the 3, they're the ones that I fear most. Obviously, Tottenham away, North London derby, that's a whole different level. That's on the day itself. We assess things. We depending on how we are and how they are for injuries and all that jazz. We assess things on the day, on the build up to game anyway. And again, it's straight after we play Oxford, so Oxford United will be playing not a completely weak team, but a rotational. It'll be a mix of our first and the second string and the kids basically for that game. Because it's Oxford and League One or whatever they league. So I'll make the changes in that game, resting enough on the bench, only on the bench if necessary, needed. In aid for the Tottenham game a few days later, or a week later, give or take. But Tottenham away, that's a dip. But Man United at home, Man United don't bother me in that sense. In the sense of we're at home, our home form against United isn't bad at all, really. But we got to take one game at a time. But we do need to win the first two games back against West Ham and Brighton, respectively. We've got Theo in the chat says kind of ready for the return of club football. I miss it. We all have. Let's be honest. World Cup's been crap in terms, not just because of last night going out, but in general, the World Cup's been crap in terms of quality. Same here, miss club footy. Not that keen on international football, especially with Southgate at the helm. Jesus Christ. But yeah, my back. Ow. But yeah, I'm gonna say now, the winners. So the winners are for the first off, we'll do the David Dean one. That's the first one I got. So the winner of the David Dean signed book is Gunnar John. So I have to contact him because he's not in the chat. But Gunnar John has won the signed book by David Dean. So I'm going to contact him on Twitter and let him know about that. And get that sent out to him ASAP as soon as I can, basically. And the winner of the Paul Davis book, again, these are draws that were done yesterday on a randomizer yesterday. Put all your names in, everyone that entered, all your names were put in. It's one at a time, randomised, and this is how it all came out. But yeah, the winner of the Paul Davis signed book is Russ Morgan as well. So congratulations to them too. They've both won their respective books, and I have to now contact because I'm not in the chat, so I have to now contact them either way and let them know anyway. But I have to do it. I have to let you guys know that I was always going to do it live anyway, make the announcement live anyway. Instead of just over social media, do it live. It's more. I feel it's more personal, basically, a bit more personal touch to it. Stefan saying, I think the United game could be more difficult. No, it'll be difficult in the sense of obviously they're trying to get top four as well, and saying got Ronaldo to bother them anymore and all that jazz. But I think because our home form against United is pretty good considering over the years. I don't see us losing. We might draw, but I can't see us losing, if that makes sense. At this moment in time, it could change between now and then, obviously, with other results in the meantime against, obviously, West Ham and Brighton. As I say, we've got to get 6 points out of them two games. But then it's the two games prior to United in the league, the Newcastle and Tottenham game. Obviously, with that... I've seen Tom's comments, so that's why I have a giggle there. Get away. Fingers crossed. Merlin, come here. I've got that Paul Davis book. Damn it, I mean, congratulations. Book corrupted. How's it corrupted? I literally did it on my phone instead now, but I did it on my phone yesterday on a randomizer. For both at different times, obviously. For the ones that entered the David Dean one, all names are put into that. Press the button, pick, and it does it. As I say, it does. It says Randy picks a name out. Boom, that was a winner. And the same for the Paul Davis one. I don't control the randomizer. I did it completely fair as I could. Do you think any English fans question Saka's talents now? Not the normal people, not the normal English fans, no. When I say normal, the ones that aren't going on his social media and giving him and other players abuse over last night's result. The ones that are not doing that, the normal ones that are showing their support to Saka and others, but we're talking about Saka now. The ones that show their support to Saka, be it non-Arsenal fans as well in this instance, they've seen it now. They got a glimpse of it at the Euros. We broke in and made himself a starter at the Euros. Never since then, ever since then, he's pretty much a starter 9 times out of 10 for England anyway nowadays. But they got a glimpse of it then. They've now seen it. They've now started to see it full force at a World Cup level now. As I say, in 5 games, he scored 3 goals. He's 2 off Mbappe, who's the top goal scorer in the competition as it stands, I believe. Or one, either way. He's been arguably the best player, along with Jude Bellingham, in an England shirt for this World Cup as well. Don't tell me that Paul the Octopus to pick the win. he's Paul the Octopus is long gone, my friend. Oh dear. But yeah, as I say, before we go, yeah, honestly, I think now they've seen it on a world stage at a World Cup level, and he's started every game. He hasn't had to break in to be a starter. They've seen it, and I think last night's game in particular against the defending world champions in France, which consisted of like Griezmann and Mbappe, for just to name a couple there. And he was the standout player over both squads, both teams. He was the standout player in the positive sense. That's probably rammed it home even more. We just got to hope he comes. Obviously, he comes back now and continues this form for us now, and the fatigue doesn't kick him too quickly. In terms of income, obviously him and Ramsey will be arriving back tomorrow as well. Well, into Dubai tomorrow, but then arriving back in London and all that. When the rest of the team goes back to London after Tuesday's game, really down. Just relax. And yeah, it was just easy win. I wouldn't start him. I wouldn't start Saka or Ramsdale or Martinelli for. I wouldn't start Saka or Ramsdale for the Juventus friendly on Saturday, but I would bring them on, say, second half, getting the minutes ahead of the Boxing Day game a week later. I wouldn't start them straight from the off. Let them have a 45 minutes just to chill and then go for it full guns. Because you don't give them full 90 minutes and they get injured, or start them off and because of all the travelling and all that, get a bit of a pull and then you're buggered for the league then. So there we go. The league table is Arsenal are second on goal difference of 2. The difference is 2 as it stands, but Chelsea now play, and after tonight they'll have a game more than us, so we've still got a game in hand technically. Even though it's Man City, but still. So, but yeah, with that, guys, I'm going to wrap things up. So, as I say, congratulations to John and Russ on the respective giveaway wins. I will be contacting them ASAP as soon as I get off there to let them know and then obviously sort out all the details of getting them their books respectively to them before Christmas. Obviously, we won't be using the post after use for courier services, so that's going to be fun. But yeah, as I say, you probably won't see me tomorrow. You'll probably see me on Tuesday at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock kickoff, 1:45 we'll go live, go for the teams and all that, and Arsenal play AC Milan, and we'll have a bit of a laugh. And the Arsenal men's team's back, yay! But until then, guys, enjoy the rest of your evening or afternoon or morning, wherever you are in the world, and we'll see you on the other side. And as always, up the Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners.